Hello everyone. In this video I'm going to share the part 2 of when I started to insulate the back of my van. So in the first video I had insulated underneath my bed area, and I will put a link to that video if you didn't get a chance to see it so you can check it out, okay? The second thing I needed to do in the part 2 was to get to the top of the bed area where the mattress and everything is, and where I have some of my clothes and other belongings. So what I needed to do obviously was get everything out. Now in the back I have 2 mattresses, or basically a mattress, which is about an 8-inch thick mattress, and then a 3-inch Tempur-Pedic mattress topper. Okay, so I was able to get the mattress topper out, mostly everything, and anything heavy, Kent was able to help me to get that out. So when I got to the 8-inch mattress, I actually just finally had to scoot it out and just get it into the hallway so I could get back in there and do my measurements. Well, I started pretty early in the morning, but I had to pace myself, for anybody who's new to my channel, because I have disabilities and I have to work at a more, kind of comfortable, steady pace. So I started fairly early, but oh my gosh, I still started to race against time. But I'm going to show you some of the clips that I have to kind of get the idea of the setting, what was going on, and then we'll talk about what happened next. Alright, I got some pieces removed from the back, but he's going to have to go out. I stuck that pillow just up at the top there. It was down over here. And then he decided to lay on it. Yeah, no, you're going to have to go out so I can finish. Got lots to do today. Got to take everything out as much as I can. Yeah, and then I'll be able to clean up back in here and get that insulated boards in here, so it'll be nice and toasty for us. What do you think? So we'll be ready for the Pacific Northwest? Okay, you want to have a laugh? This is all the stuff that I have in my bag, or mostly. So I have all my bedding, because I have that all out. I'll air it all out. I have a lot of comforters and sleeping bags, stuff like that. I have a mid-weight one and a lightweight one, blankets, anything to keep me warm. And then my clothes are in those covers. And then, let's see, I have those 2 bags that are at the very back of my window. They're waterproof bags, so I have extra stuff in those. This is going to be my craft bag. I'll get all my beads are gonna go in here. They're in a box still underneath my bed, but when I get time, let's see if I can get this open real quickly. See, I have all the little compartment containers where I can put all of the beads inside when I get to be able to have time for that in the near future. My clothes, I put the water bottle on top, so if there is a little breeze or wind, my clothes won't go flying somewhere. Yeah, so I have pots and pans over there in the back, and more bedding, blankets. My shoes are under here. Yeah, and my Tempur-Pedic mattress is over there. I just have the bottom one in there, and I need to shake that out and vacuum. I brought Kent's vacuum over, so that is over here. So I'm gonna clean everything up, and then this is something I still carry, my little happy face pillow, and it came from Texas. And I got that when I was with Sam, who I bought the van from, who bought it from Happily Houseless, who used to have a channel. And it's just been with me. It's got sentimental value. and I use it sometimes when I'm sleeping now up on the foot of my bed where I can prop my foot on it, my one foot that gives me a little trouble with my neuropathy, so that helps me through the night. Yeah, so anyways, this is a catch-all bag right now, just extra things that are thrown in there just for right now while I'm cleaning up the back, and then my pillows and stuff like that is inside the van between the seats until I get it all back together. But anyway, so real quickly, that's what I got going on. Oh, and I think I said pots and pans are down below. I think I said that. Oh, and one more thing. Let's see. Over here is another bag that I have, and that has my Yagi antenna. I have my electric heater. I have a ceramic one, and then a little small one, and a mid-size one, and a heating pad, and just, you know, small things like that, little electronic things that is useful. And I have other little catch-all, little pocket stuff that's thrown in there, little extra goodies that I need to have. Alright, so I just thought I would show you real quickly some of the things that I have back there. Oh, and a backgammon game, which I still have yet to find somebody who likes a backgammon. It's a really nice board and nobody to play with, but maybe I'll get to camp with people when I work my way back to the Pacific Northwest. Maybe my friend Christina, who likes backgammon, maybe we could play some of that. Kent's not a game person. Alright, so that's kind of what I got going on, and I'll show these more later on. I think I did once before, but these are pillowcase covers, and I have my clothes in here, so one might have shorts, one might have sleepwear, my cargo pants, you know, things like that. So that's kind of a really cool way of putting your clothes into something and keeping them out of sight, away from the dust, and looking cute. They all have little sayings. Faith can move mountains, little birds, little cute things, little cute patterns. My hats go in one of these as well. Yeah. All right. I have bottles over here to keep things weighed down of water. Okay, gotta get busy. Alright, so this is what it looks like in the back. And I just propped up the bottom mattress up with my container of clothes. I'm out of breath. And my tub of some food. And so these are the compartments that I need to be able to still get into. So that goes into my fresh water tank, and then my water heater and stuff is in there. So I'm going to make the Reflectix, or not Reflectix, the insulation board. I'm going to make that go all the way just up to the end. Okay, see if I can get it. So right to the end of the compartment. And I'll make the center one in another piece to match up in line with that same distance. And then I'll do one on this side. So I'll have 3 pieces right here in the front. Okay, but I will stop it right at the front here. There's no reason to go beyond that because that's where the board ends. And I like to make sure that my fuse box and everything has plenty of ventilation. It's just me. And I actually, another reason is I come here at the end and I sit here and put my feet down, getting in and out of bed, and it's easier to have a little landing area that's not too far forward as I'm climbing out of the bed. So that's because of my disabilities. And then I'm going to make one big piece, see if I can get my finger in there, right in the back there. So you'll see when I get done, I'll show you. I'm going to take my measurements and start working on getting it cut. I'm going to get Kent's shop back and get in here and really clean well. And then I'm going to put some side, you know, insulation board coming up all the way around the bottom up to the window, and I already have pieces that go in front of the window. So I'll show you all that later on. So it's just insulating more around the sides and the bottom here. I almost forgot to show you all my finished product. I've been racing against time. Oh my gosh. I'll explain later what's going on. But for now, there's a windstorm coming tomorrow. And when I turn the camera around and wrap up this video, we'll go over what I had to go through doing this. So anyways, yeah, so there's this side, and then this one, and then I already started putting stuff back on this side, but it's 3 pieces, so 1, 2, and 3, but I had to tape a few of them together to make this solid piece here. And then I have 2 that are underneath the bed, but I had to race to get the bed down last night and get done because it got so late, and I was running out of time and my body was struggling. So anyways, I couldn't get that filmed for you, and then Kent was here to help me get the mattress down, and he needed to hurry up and get back and do what he was doing, so I didn't have him for very long to help me. So I was just trying to race against time, and it was getting late last night. So anyways, this is the project, and then I'll turn it around and go over this whole project, and I'm really happy with it. And I need to get my bed made and get everything from outside inside, because this has to get done today because of the windstorm. Alright, so I'll go over everything in just a second, or a second to you guys, but it'll be maybe tomorrow by the time I wrap this up. Alright, so as I mentioned, I was racing against time. The windstorm was coming, which actually happens to be today. It didn't turn out to be as bad as predicted, but enough that I couldn't have had all my stuff out there. I had to get this done. So again, the first night, Ken actually came in there and he helped me to get everything taped up and get the 2 sheets down that goes underneath the mattress. And then I was just wiped. I just grabbed a sleeping blanket, crashed on top, and I was just done, right? And then the next day, I hear about the windstorm, and I'm thinking, oh no, now I need to get this part done. So that's why I only ended up getting the pictures of the front area and a real quick filming of it, but nothing on the very back underneath the bed. And really happy with it. The only thing is I wish that the left side would have been 1 solid sheet, that I would have had enough material to do that, but otherwise I think it'll still work out in the end. But I had 2 4x8 sheets, and I'm just surprised that I didn't have enough material and extra material to do other smaller jobs that I wanted to do in the van. But I'll just get another piece later and cut it all down so it'll be easier to transport and work on it at a slower pace. This one ended up just being a mad rush with me running so late, where I had to get done to go to bed, you know, to at least get the back mattress and to get my belongings inside, the most critical of my belongings, so they wouldn't be left outside. And then the next day, as I mentioned, with the wind coming, that Kent told me, I was just like, no, I really wanted another day and to go at a little bit slower pace. But at least it got done. I slept 12 hours after that one and been hanging really low today, just resting. I'm really, really pleased. So it worked out really well last night when it got a little drafty, or windy or drafty from the wind, sorry. The big test will be when it gets below 40 degrees is when it really gets drafty in around here. So the big test will be when that happens, but I want to get this door resealed by then, so stay tuned for a future video on how I fix that and what's going on with the door and why I need to do that. So a lot of little small jobs to do in the near future. I hope you enjoyed this video on insulating my back. And in case you didn't see the first video, the reason why I had to do that was because I took the original cushions out that were pretty thick. They were probably about maybe 5 inches thick or something like that, and it really helped to keep everything more insulated in there when I had my bed topper on top of that. But I wanted to preserve those cushions for resale value if I end up selling my van, number one, and also put a real mattress back there, and then just put my 3-inch Tempur-Pedic on top of that, just to have a more comfortable bed was my thought in that, because I do have severe spinal issues and I wanted to have it more comfortable back there. That's the only reason. Other than that, it ended up making it a little bit more drafty by doing that, but I think I'm pretty confident that I might have solved it. But cold is cold. I mean, the vans are going to be cold. There's nothing you can do about that 100%. There are things you can do to help reduce it. I am realistic, especially going back into the Pacific Northwest. But I do plan on doing something with the floor, get it more airtight, and I really think that it won't be as bad this year. At least I'm hopeful. But stay tuned. All right, so I love you all. Thanks for coming along this journey with insulating my back of my van, my sleeping area, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.